Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back. I'm here again. Let me. Hopefully, you guys can see it. Um, so, how is everyone going? I just had a desktop view stream, so I came back on mobile view. I'll be here for probably 10 to 15 or 20 minutes. I'll show you guys what I did on the desktop stream so that the guys on the mobile one can uh, you know can see what I did. So I hope uh, let me just grab my water. Hmm. So what's up? What's up? Hello. Yes, yes, we have 7 peoples. Amazing. Guys, you know what to do, right? You know what to do. You need to like this stream and then we'll start. And you need to come on chat. Come on. Hello Shubham, thank you for coming on chat and I hope you are doing fine. I'm using Rust, so it's a complete new project that I started today. I recently finished a project. If you want that I can pass my uh, GitHub profile too. So it's this github.com. So you can check this thing out and also you can follow me there. Check that out. It's a complete package of process monitoring, network monitoring, and directory file watching recursively. So I finished that thing and I completely left it for the guys to. I also created an issue as well there, so you guys can check that out. Fix that thing, create a PR, and contribute to the open source. Secondly, I came on mobile view. I just recently had a desktop stream about what I did today. So I came on mobile view because I was not able to, you know, get any very few viewers there. So here I'll have a much more. Hello Pratik, viewers. So guys, we have 15 people watching this stream. If you guys can each like this stream, we will shoot this thing up to 20. We have been breaking the records of 20 likes per stream from past 2 days. Let's continue the streak and let's hit up to 20 likes. And we'll do things like plus plus. Come on, guys. We'll do like plus equals 1 and like plus plus. Come on, do that, do that. Okay, we have 28 people watching. See, that's what I love about mobile streaming. We have an absolute burst of viewers, and it would be a golden spoon if everyone will like this stream, and then we can start what I did. Anyways, let me start this thing. Also, one disclaimer to the guys who are going to subscribe: you don't have to force subscribe. Please take your subscribe back if you are not related to this field, and only subscribe if you are related to this field. Only subscribe if you want to learn this technology. Only subscribe if you can see the next video if it's out from the channel and come on live. So I have like no such, I mean, no such thing about, so you don't have to subscribe at all. I totally understand it. One, you can motivate me by liking this stream and say hi on the chat. That's it. Easy peasy. And for the guys who are learning Rust, want to learn Rust, want to learn technology, because the project that I'm doing, the backend is on Rust, but the front end I'll create it on TypeScript. So it will be a complete package, TypeScript and Rust. Again, I think this thing is messing. The network is quite, I missed, right? Maybe I could do this. Hello, hello. Hello, Asbat. It's Rust. Hello, Gulam. It's Arabic. How to learn Rust? Go for the Rust official language website. There you will find a Rust language book. Read that book. It has everything to learn Rust. It has excellent documentation. It has exercises along the way. In the meantime, you can also follow Rust links. You can do exercises as well. Uh, uh, and if you want to perform some, after that, you want to do some brain teasers and all, you can go for exorcism website. There you will have some questions that you can solve it by implementing or using Rust programming language. So those are general concepts, those are not solved by them, but in order to get a good command on the language, you can solve those problems by using Rust instead of any other language. Hello, hello, Pearlman. Yeah. So shall we start? All right. So what I did, I implemented a basic HTTP server. That's what we are going to do. We'll create our backend first. So I'm going to, I hope you guys can see this thing. Maybe I could just, you know, uh, so we are building a full stack application over here. So the backend will be on, Actix web, and the front end will be on TypeScript, and the we can combine this and it will be our application. So Actix web has several other helpful features that we will require. So mostly what we'll be doing is we'll be creating middlewares, we'll be creating separate routes instead of combining all those on one. We'll fetch all our variable just like we do in a prod grade application using env files, and we will have our db connectivity ready. Is it more difficult than C++? I don't know. I didn't work with C++. Yeah, so we have 5 likes. Awesome. See, I have been sitting on the desktop live for 2 hours and I get 5 likes. But on the mobile view, I think I'm getting 5 likes like this within 10 minutes. And I'm sure the people that are from the on my desktop view would be here as well. I'm not sure. All right, so we'll do these things. Okay, so we'll use implement all these things, and this can be done with the help of Actix Web. So let's go on the Actix Web. You deserve a million likes. I deserve a, a good friend like you. So thank you for the compliment. Okay, so type save request information extraction. Okay. Okay. Now let's get started. So Actix Web, it's a complete backend framework that provides functions and provides functionality to create HTTP server. So if you go to the Rust official language book, you'll see on chapter number 21, we have a separate chapter for how to create a single threaded HTTP server and how to create a multi-threaded HTTP server. If you read that chapter, you will understand how how very fussy it's to create a server if by the like if you go through the raw way, if you create a server through a raw implementation. But Actix Web here, it provides everything similar to the any just like Node.js server. So if anyone coming from the Node from the JavaScript background switches over to this, if you know Rust only, and if you see Actix Web, you will see something most of the things very familiar here. As you can see, let me just dissect this code for you. Async main function, because will it will be async environment. HTTP server new, it is initiating a new server. Just like we have express app on the Node.js, here we have app Actix Web app. We'll create a new instance of it, and inside this on the which programming language, hello Arjun, it's Rust. All right, so it has several features like this service. It we add route over here, and just like the same way we will have dot configure as well, and that dot configure will be used to configure routes if we define it on a separate folder, just like we do a clear separation of concerns. That is the most efficient way, I mean like prod way to do so, right? And we also have another functions or like something that's called a wrap as well. So wrap is a function provided by this inside this app.new of Actix Web. It is used to wrap a middleware over here, right? So we'll use all these functions and we'll do that thing. I have so we have a bind over here. Bind has a URL, that is a localhost URL, and a port number. And all of these two things, a URL and a port number, I will use it in a env file, and then we'll use a crate called .env and a standard module env from the standard module to read those key value pairs. All right, again, if it's a async function, we'll have to await this thing, and we are not going to return anything because it is a return type of unit thing. Okay, it returns a unit type, so that is why we didn't use a semicolon. If we use a semicolon, we will have to return a unit type of a result of unit type. All right, so let me just go into the code what I did earlier today on the main file. In order to read the env URL, if I go on the .env, I cannot see it, but if I open the tree and I press Control Shift H, I can see my env file. Let me just close this thing. I have a port over here. I defined a port. The same way I can define my credentials over here on the .env file, and you have to make sure that .env is not pushed to the GitHub, because it will have all your secrets. Instead, if you really want to help the developers who are going to take a clone of this thing, you can do is you can create another dot file that is called .env.samples. If I go over here, you can see I have a .env.samples. it will have the key exactly like .env file, but it doesn't have those values as well. The key will be there only to let developer know that what all keys are being used and who to contact to get these keys. All right, just like in the env file, I have port number with a specific port of 3002. Here I have a port key that tells the developer that okay, this is the port number for the server. All right, again, now let's go over here. Here, as you can see, I how to fetch this from the env. I'll use a .env.ok. This will initialize the environment for it. I'll use a env of standard module, and within the vars I will use the key that I need to fetch. All right, now you must be remembering that I didn't define any host on the env file, right? But still I'm trying to fetch the host. So that's what I'm doing with the unwrap or else. So the means of doing fetching a host that is not on the env file is that if I use unwrap or else over here, what it will do is it will make a fallback for me if a host variable is not found on the, you know, on the env file. It makes a fallback for me by stating over here. So that's how unwrap or else is used. Okay, so the same goes for the port as well. You see the port is defined already, but I will also create a fallback for it. Now, why I parsed it to a U16? Because the Actix Web's bind function, it takes a tuple. That tuple has a pair where the host is a string slice and the value, the port is a U16 number. So I need to parse it in the U16 way. So if I not parse it in U16, then I'll get an error. All right, so we have 7 likes for now, 27 people watching. Guys, if you guys can just give a thumbs up to this stream, will be shoot up. Currently we have 40 concurrent viewers watching this, so let's shoot this stream up. Press like, do a like plus plus. Come on guys, you can do this, come on. All right, let's move. There you like you parse it like this, right? You parse it into a U16. Now, how do you initiate a server? We'll use http server dot new, right? New is a associated function of this http server. It is a struct that is in for the, you know, inside http sorry, Actix web. So it has all these things. As you can see, FISB are the traits. So the F is a function that send clone static. It has a lifetime annotation of static. It's a complete new thing. You can see the new function that we did, it what it does is it will initiate a http struct with a configs that wrap these things in arc and mutex. Why we did an arc and mutex? Hi, I am a Rust developer too. Awesome, 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 Fluoro. Awesome. That is awesome. Good to hear that. Thank you for being on the chat. Thank you. Why we did our arc and mutex? Because we want these things to be, you know, well used between the thread, so that there shouldn't be any race conditions. So we wrap things on mutex, and to to transfer between the threads we use this thing arc. Now let's I mean, it's a Actix web file, so that's what I'm dissecting over here, what it does. If I close this thing, we only have to, why choose Rust for web? Why choose Rust for web? The reason I choose Rust for web was I was learning Rust. I was stuck where to start, what to do now. Though I have read the Rust official book, but what to start now? Then few good mentors, they suggested me that look out for everything around you and try to replicate that thing in Rust if you want to go for Rust. So I saw my company I saw a Node.js server that I worked on running. So I started by replicating small features like auth module, middlewares. So I did that, and I checked for what else I can do, what things I can do to get this thing done. I encountered with ActiveSwap. Then I started building this thing, and I honestly it took time. It took time to recreate 90% of the Node.js server that I had to this. But one thing I found out it all the things that I do on Node.js, it seems quite fast over here. Be it even if the contacting with databases. Just give me a minute. So I'm not sure if I lean toward the Rust that it looks so fast, but trust me, it really is. And I also, it all depends on the upon the personal taste. So yeah, so no other reason than using this thing. How do I get job in Rust? How do I get jobs in Rust? Amazing question. Look out for contributions. Do open source contribution responsibly. Be active on Twitter and look out for the pages that that post jobs on Rust. So why is Rust super fast and why to choose it? You already have the answer. Okay, we have 45 people watching and 8 likes. Guys, come on. You only need one thumbs up to shoot this thing up to 20. Come on, come on, come on. Do this. Come on, people. Open source contribution. Yes, sir. Please make a distributed file system like Hadoop. Yes, I have several other things in pipeline. I was thinking to replicate few features of Git and something like that. I'm building a real time using WebSocket. Yes, I think of that before starting. So I built a chat module in Node.js. So I thought, why shouldn't I do it in Rust? But then I thought, why chat module? Why don't replicate entire thing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. That is good. So we have around 30 people watching and we have 9 likes. Come on, guys. Hit that thing. Hit that thumbs up with your thumb. Come on. Do that. Okay. Now, and this way a server is ready. Now I need a status that says server is running and I can now run and await. All right. So this way a server is a server for more requests per second than Node.js or even all framework. No, I didn't get up to that level that I can, benchmark it for the more requests. But I think it's my requirement or it's my work requirement that I need to process large number sets. So that's why I needed something. So I mean, I need to, I have a large data set of the year of like 1970s or something like that. So I need to process those things. So it was all intended to only migrate those functionalities in Rust. But yeah, and I think Node.js can handle that well too. I'm not saying that it cannot. It can handle that too, but it happens that I implemented it in Rust. So about the thing that you said, more request per second. So I didn't get the time to or even didn't get the traffic to benchmark it. Amazing. We have 13 likes, 7 more to go, and we will be good. Okay, so this way a server is run. Now let's dissect this thing as well. So this configure method is used to define routes, and which is the best approach over here is you should have a clear separation of concerns. All right. Routes in a separate file, middlewares in a separate thing, controllers in a separate thing, a repository file that will build up the query and contact to database, it should be separate, and all of these should contact with each other. Now let's go inside route. We'll dissect route as well. So route here, it will take a service config, a mutable service config. What's that sound? Okay, so it will take a mutable service config. Now these now this what it does is, the service config, it used the CFG, this variable config. It has a method called service, inside which we can define scopes. Now this is the most important, not important, but a very curious thing. So scope is what if you bind every route that falls under a same category, or it has a same prefix. So instead of writing all the so let's suppose I have the prefix of API/v1, that's where the versioning come in picture. So we'll have to scope it. So the versioning one, all the API endpoints that depends on that that originates from v1 should go inside v1. If I do any changes, then I should throw out another version of an API. So I will create another scope that is called v2, and all the API endpoints that refers to that second versioning will go inside this thing. So scope is used there. So scope is provided by Actix Web. So so the important reason is to do API versioning, and to you know and to confine all the endpoints that reflect to a common category should go inside a scope. But a very practical reason of using scope here is, instead of typing it app/API/v1 every time on each request, on each route, you define it once, and everything that falls under this will go inside them. This is a practical approach. A second practical and more important thing is to do API versioning, and to categorize all the other endpoints that fall under the same category should be scoped together. Now it has a method called service, and the resource is what took a path. So it's a route path, say check status. It is a type, that is a get type, and this is the handler that will forward this request to a specific handler, and we created a handler in a controller called check health. So if I go inside this thing, I can see a function, a async function, check health, that returns a item that will implements a responder. Now responder is a trait, so the function that we use here should return something that implements responder. So here you can see HTTP response is the item that will implements a responder trait. So HTTP response, as you know, will have all the responses in the world for the web thing. So we have OK, we have not found, we have internal server error, we have everything other thing, every other thing over here. Now I need to parse it so that I can send it to client to a JSON. I have created a API response struct over here. So now this API response struct will be used everywhere, wherever I need to return the response. So if I go inside this API response struct, you can see I implemented a macro over here that says serialize. I should remove the debug. So this serialize is from, hello Jitendra Batla, what's up? So this serialize is from CERD crate. So CERD and CERD JSON crates are used to help us to maintain and manage JSON structure. So we installed that thing. It provides a macro called serialize, and whenever we define a macro on a struct of the serialize, it gives a it help us to serialize this into a JSON thing. So this is what we did. We took a generic item over here, so we are passing the string over here, and results is none. We are passing the string, so that's why we define the type to be string. So for you, if you are wondering why status, why message, why result, so we have defined these things. So every response has a status, every API response needs a status, it has a message, and it has a results that a client will access. So these are my things, right? So I did that API response. I update those things, status message of 200 because the HTTP response is okay. A message that says hi Vipin, server is healthy, and the results, we don't have any results. This check health will be updated though when we connect it to a database, so that it also check the database connectivity. But for now we haven't did like we didn't do that, so it will return none. Now here I have created another thing that is called catch all route. There is another thing called catch all route. If I go inside the routes, I can see that there is something written called default service. So configuration dot default service is a method. It is a method provided by Actix Web to catch all the routes apart from all the routes that are above. So any route that doesn't fall in the category of service will be cached by default route. So again, it's a catch convention. It should be used so that a user that is accessing an API by using some random or gibberish endpoints will get trapped. So if I pass something called I already have a state this endpoint called check status. So if I try to run this code and fetch try to access the endpoint by saying slash Vipin check status, so it's a completely different endpoint that is not defined on the service, so it will be catched by this default thing, so it comes under not found. It's a not found for now. It will return not route not found, but you can define always return an error from here. So again, this thing is also in the controller. It also emits so everything that is on the controller, in order to send it to the client, you need to follow this convention, because it has to return an item that implements a responder, and everyone knows from the API we return a response to the client, and that response provided by Actix Web is already implements responder trait. If I close this thing, I can see all these things ready. So that's what we did on the desktop stream today. Now let me run this thing. So if I do and say make run, why I am using make run, why I am not using cargo run, let me just explain this as well. So as you can see, let me check if you guys are able to see this tree. Yes, you can. So as you can see, in order to create our commands, or instead of writing a huge set of long as command, we can create our commands as well. So I did create a run. For that I need to define, it's a kind of aliasing. So I did a phony run. Inside the run I said, okay, whenever you encountered a run, you need to perform all these set of instruction, right? So if I do echo, I said, okay, you should print out running the server, you should watch it, the directory. So instead of running this thing, I'm performing something similar to nodemon on node.js. I'm watching the directory so that this server can do hot reloading. All right. The same thing, you can create anything out of it. So I can create a dot phony Vipin, I can create a Vipin aliasing, and inside that Vipin aliasing I can write a certain set of instruction, and whenever on the terminal on this directory I write make space Vipin, that set of instruction will run. So it comes handy when you want to skip writing all those long commands again and again, right? So yeah, I mean if I do this and do make run, it says address already in use. Maybe exit. Maybe let's do another thing. If I do over here, I can always go for another address. We have plenty. So I'll do cargo build, and I'll do make run. So you can see it is already in use too. What the heck is going on? All right, we have a guest. Okay, Jitendra, which nerd font you're using for Ghosty, which is compatible for NeoVim? I'm using Hack Nerd fonts. Hamid, then don't be on the live. You can always have a blast apart from this live. Have fun. Just give me a minute. All right. Sanjay Krish. Hi, 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 Sanjay. So, Hamid, buddy, uh, I think you should have fun apart from this stream. Enjoy, have some fun, have some, yeah. So, Jitendra, I'm using Hacknerd fonts and I'm using Astro and Vim. It provides a template instead of writing all those Lua files by your own. You can, clone that repo, remove the .git file so that it didn't get tracked, and then update it according to your needs, like any LSP you want. You can do that. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So we have 15 likes within a half an hour. That is amazing. So it says could not pass a signal to IO, no such process, address already in use. Now let's go and check address already in use. We need a command so that we can terminate those processes that are using this thing, that are using this port. So let's see what things are there. So it's I ls of I, and we need a port 3002. Uh-huh. We didn't get anything. Sale, which keyboard is that, bro? Is mechanical keyboard worth? Every keyboard is worth, but this one is kind of, yeah. So it's of Ninja Dog. It's Varna Pro Ninja Dog. Uh, that is good. I spilled a hell lot of coffee in my live stream a few months back, but it works like charm because all those keys are detachable. I can detach those keys. I opened this thing. Once I detach those keys, there are screws. I open this thing. There is a clean PCB board down there. I cleaned it. I dried it up, and this thing is up and running again. So Varna Pro Ninja Dog is good. You can go for it. Mechanical keyboard is only for sound thing. I mean, if you are not doing anything, it won't do any good. So instead, take something, you know all right. How to, again, we can check this thing again. Let's see. Mm, we can say cargo clean. Maybe we could just exit this thing and uh, change the port to 6060. uh, right. If I do a cargo build, others, I don't know coding, but I'm selecting Infosys system associated. Should I go, what's the JD, what's the description? System associate, are you, I mean, it depends on you. I don't know how to code, but if you are if you got selected, they will make sure that you will learn it by, anyway. So if you don't, then they will make you sit on the bench and then they will fire you. So it's not like you don't know how to code. Once you entered, you should know how to code. You have to learn that thing. Take experience. No one is getting job right now, so it's a priority that you are getting a job. So do that. Take the job and start learning your thing. So guys, come on, 5 more likes. Do a like plus plus. Come on. I mean, this is outrageous. Come on, yeah, we need only 5 likes. Like plus plus. Like plus equals 1. How is Astro and Vim? Is it better than Lazy Vim? Lazy Vim is it implements Lazy Vim. Astro and Vim is you know it provides a template. So I'm not sure if you are talking about product, but I think it implements Lazy Vim. Let me just show you. If I go over here and type lazy and I hit enter, so I get this menu. Hello Prajyot, what's up? So I get this thing. I can, I get a lazy window over here. I will have all the packages over here. Lua snip, git signs, ident, blank line, lazy and vim, lsp signature, mason null. One thing you need to make sure, if you download astro and vim, there will be hell lot of ai packages like copilot and all, so you need to manually, dissect everything. So you need to manually remove all the ai helpers and all. I don't find them quite good. So port appear unused. Maybe I could do a cargo build. I already done, so I'll do a make a run. Now that's a shame. Is it not picking up? Uh, why use Vim, bro? Why not some ID? I did that. I did that. Heavy. Those are very heavy. I have very less low specific wala computer, so I was a heavy user of Visual Studio, Visual Studios, and VS Code because I started with, Microsoft Tech. So I was a .NET Core dev, so I was heavily relied on this. So I use those things, so I know. All right, guys. So yes, maybe on the desktop stream tomorrow we'll start implementing our what do you do professionally now. I am a developer. I work for a company. So we'll do this thing. We'll do a database connectivity, and after that, once we do that, we'll update this method as well. But it will be on next type. Can you help me, bro? Yes, Minecoin. What happened, bro? You need to urge people to give me 4 more likes. Then I'll help you. Then I'll have 20. Come on, guys. You want me to help meme coin? Minecoin? Minecoin. I tried it with React though. It's good. I haven't tried Java, Spring Boot. so I'm not sure, but I was wondering if it could any do any better for you know TypeScript or React. Then but it does extremely well. Yes, we have reached. Done. Yes, please. Yes, meme coin. What's your help? What do you want? And thank you guys for shooting this up to 20. Haha, Indresh. Hello, Jatin. Come on now. Uh, so I'm at a game using Pygame, PyMonk. There is a glitch where a character stuck on invisible bodies. What could be the problem? Problem. I am not a game developer. First of all, what could be the problem? I have no clue. I made a game using Pygame, PyMonk. There is a glitch. There were characters stuck on invisible bodies. What could be the problem? I don't even think in that way that maybe ChatGPT can answer that. I'm sorry to, you know, say this, but I'm I mean, if anyone familiar with this thing on the chat might can can help you. So yeah, on the next stream we'll do so, and we'll have our backend and front end in TypeScript, and backend will be on Rust, Actix Web using Actix Web, and tomorrow's stream we will do so. We'll connect it. Uh, we'll create some APIs so that we can save some data on the database. Yeah, yeah. Sorry for not able to help Minecoin. Okay, good luck with your problem though. Hopefully you will yeah, like solve this problem. Uh, yeah, so we'll do that thing. All right, so that's it for today. I have to leave now. It's time. It's time to part our ways, guys. Thank you very much, guys. It was awesome 40-50 minutes that we had together. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Everyone who came on chat, thank you. And everyone who liked this stream, thank you very much. I'll see you next time with the updates. If you want like a complete update, then please come on the next stream. That will be a desktop stream so that you guys have better idea of implementation that I'll be doing. You can follow and do a code along a session with it. But please remember that it will be a 2 or 3 hours long session, so you need to things your like you need to get your things ready like a water bottle or something like that, or most importantly your patience and your courage. With that said, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. See you later. Check out my other videos on the channel and share this channel with your friends who are interested in Rust and want to, explore some other tech. Feel free to give your valuable comments on the stream. After the stream ends, there will be a comment section active, so you can, help me improve myself and on my other videos as well. Okay, guys, bye bye.